Hi guys, welcome back to Miscellaneous Pleasures. I'm here with Justice League's reaction, Snyder's cut. Yeah, exciting day ahead. I don't even know what to say at this point because it has been, I did not really expect that this would ever come out. Like, but then news obviously came out that the Snyder's cut is going to be released, and I guess it was initially going to be a TV series, right? And now it's releasing as a 4-hour movie. So there we go. I actually haven't watched Man of Steel and BVS for this. Like, I mean, of course I watched the movie. Of course I have. Why would I not? But the last time I watched Man of Steel was possibly 5 years ago, and BVS too. Like whenever it came out and whenever it came to Amazon Prime, that's when I watched it. Um, so there are some things that I don't really remember. There are a lot of things I do remember, but then there are, of course, some things that sort of vague in my memory. Like, for instance, I mean, of course, I watched the original. When I say original, I mean Joss Whedon's Justice League 2. So I do remember parts of it. But some specifics like, why Bruce wants to get the team ready because uh, when he is getting the team ready, he doesn't really know that Steppenwolf is doing all these things with the boxers, does he? I don't think he does. So like the thing, the specifics are a bit vague to me. I do remember him having those visions in BVS, the Flash visions. It was more like Flash traveling back in time and telling him about something. Uh, there was that. There was also, I think, one more vision that he had, which I don't really remember. Talking of Man of Steel, I love Man of Steel's theme. Like, I don't remember if the Hans Zimmer tune was there in BBS. I'm pretty sure it wasn't there in Justice League. At least I can't remember it being there. But then that's one of the best superhero themes out there, along with, of course, Hans Zimmer's Batman theme for the Dark Knight trilogy. So yeah, these are things that come to my mind when I think of the DCEU. Of course, Wonder Woman movie. Of course, I watched it. I don't know if I watched it before I watched Justice League though. Like it came out before Justice League. I think it came out about 6-7 months before it. But I watched it only, I think, yeah, after it came out to Prime Video or wherever it came out. I don't remember. So yeah, yeah. Anyways, anything else that I should talk about? Yeah, I guess this is divided into 6 chapters or 6 parts or something. Because, as I said earlier, it was going to be a TV series, if I'm not mistaken. But then they decided to release it as a movie. So I'm guessing they were going to release that as parts, as episodes, and then they just combined it. So something like that. And another thing is this reaction is going to be in, I guess, 3 to 4 parts, definitely not more than four. But then, depending on how much content I get to sort of after I edit out, it will sort of determine how many parts of reactions there are going to be. So there's that. So, anyways, as I was saying, I'm going to take few breaks here and there, not necessarily because I need it, but because of the fact that my laptop won't be able to handle 4 hours of recording constant, as well as playing the movie and stuff like that. It's not really new and it's sort of worn out now, so it won't be able to handle the stress. So I'm going to take a break at least for my laptop's sake. So yeah. Uh, yeah, I know one thing. I know one thing about this movie. By the way, I don't watch trailers. Like that's the thing with me. Like I used to at some point of time, like about 2 to 3 years ago, I used to watch a lot of trailers and all the trailers that used to come out for all the movies, like 3, 4 trailers. But then I stopped because what's the point? Like it sort of spoils a lot of things. Like you get one trailer which sort of tells you what the movie is going to be about. In the case of superhero movies, it tends to have one character focused trailers, and then another trailer will be focused on some other character. So it sort of spoils the movie for me. And yeah, so I did not watch Justice League trailer. I did not watch this Justice League trailer. Of course, I watched the old ones, and this movie is essentially the same movie with like scenes added, some scenes changed, some scenes, some characters introduced like Darkseid. So that's one thing I know. Like Darkseid is going to be in this. That was a whole deal. So yeah, and of course, Joss Whedon did a lot of things with Justice League, which did not make the movie better. It made the movie worse. So I'm excited to see what Snyder's vision is more than anything else. So yeah, that's all for this. Yeah, that's all for this recap. I don't really have anything else to say. Here we go, part one of the Justice League. Wait, what's going on? Oh, it's the end of BVS, right? Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's Abomination and yeah. Wait, what's Lex doing? Steppenwolf.
Kom je weg voor al vlug, síðustu 6 daga. Hvaðan kom hann?
Icelandic.
Yfir fjall. Það er útilokað.
Wait, Aquaman is based on Iceland? I thought it was Australia for some reason.
Doc. He said get out. Ég held nú síður.
Of course he knows Icelandic.
Arthur Curry.
Protector of the oceans.
The oceans.
The Aquaman.
The Aquaman.
There are Superman banners everywhere. I mean, everybody is mourning, aren't they? Oh, it's this guy. Yeah, this is the Wonder Woman entry scene, right? Hey, what is it with superheroes and standing on top of monuments or statues or whatever? Anything tall. Here we go. What? I don't remember this fight being so sort of like this in the original one. Mate, you are So done. What? Oh, this guy's face.
I don't believe it.
You better believe it, mate. That's Wonder Woman for you. Why do you do that? He's going to, all these stone is going to fall on the police now. He's dead. That's for sure.
You okay, princess?
Can I be like you someday?
Wait, is she supposed to be some,
You can be anything you want to be.
yeah, like some sort of an Easter egg, like she grows up to be somebody in the DC universe? Here we go. The parademons are here, and Steppenwolf is here too. He looks completely different from what he looked like in the Joss Whedon one.
Defenders, I will bathe in your fear.
Daughters of Themyscira! Show him your fear!
You're an Amazon, mate. Nobody's afraid of you. Though they should be, I guess. What? Oh, that is a cool shot. That's actually a nice trick. Oh boy. Yeah, but he's going to run away.
Yes, we will find the others.
Oh boy. So all of this happened even in the original one, even though this seemed to be a lot more extended.
We have to light the ancient warning fire.
Yeah.
It has not burned for 5,000 years. Men won't know what it means.
But she will.
Men won't.
Diana would.
She will.
Okay, so that's the end of part one. Whew. Whew. So, yeah, I just finished watching part one of Justice League, Snyder's cut. So yeah, this is actually a different video. I stopped recording when I finished the part one, but I restarted the recording because I wanted to talk about what happened in part one. And I have a few things written down. So essentially, yeah, the whole movie, it felt a lot different than the first Justice League movie. In terms of the theme, it felt much more darker. It had, of course, the fact that it's a 4 hour movie means that there can be a lot of details that could be mentioned, backstories and stuff like that. Of course, it began with the Superman death, and that was a pretty cool scene. Like, of course, we have seen the death and the funeral and stuff like that in the end of BVS, but then this was more like the screaming thing that happened, like which sort of echoed and went to all parts of the world, I don't think that was there in the original one. Like I can't remember it being there. So even if it was there, I can't remember it. So like it went to Atlantis where there was this one guy who heard it. I'm not sure who the guy was. I have watched the Aquaman, but I'm not sure who the guy was. I think he may have been the brother, maybe just some other random guy. There was of course Mira who heard it. There was, I think Themyscira was also shown. Yeah, even Themyscira was there. There was this weird scene though with Lex and Steppenwolf. Like, I the moment I saw it, I was like, wait, Lex is the guy who gets Steppenwolf to Earth. But then I don't think that was it. I think he was in the Superman pod or ship where he was resurrected. I mean, where Superman was resurrected in Justice League, but then where sorry, where Abomination got his things done and like Gentle Zod, he got turned into Abomination. Like I think that was a ship, and there was like three boxes there. So I don't really know what happened there, but it felt. The moment I saw it, I was like, "What the hell is Steppenwolf doing here?" But then I think it was more like a hologram, maybe. But then yeah, it doesn't make sense. Um, yeah, and it was also another thing that happened was also the fact that the mother boxes became active. Like I remember the scene where Mira could hear the echoes or the sound or like the vibrations and stuff of Superman's scream, and then it sort of panned out, and there was the box behind her, which was also sort of vibrating, and there was of course the Cyborg scene, which I'm pretty sure wasn't there in the original one, where he was sitting and he obviously had the mother box, which was sort of moving around. It was obvious that it was active. So yeah, that was an interesting scene. That sort of set the tone for the first part, essentially, in terms of how darker it looked, how much darker it looked, and how sort of yeah, different feel. That's it. And then of course we had the Bruce meeting Arthur Curry scene. This scene was, I think, slightly different to the one that we saw, but then it essentially had a lot of the similar dialogues. I remember in that one there's some three drawings, I mean a drawing of three boxes on the wall. But then here in this version, he just wants to talk to Arthur Curry. That's it. I don't think he knows about the boxes. So there was that. And I didn't know that Aquaman was based on Iceland. For some reason, I thought it was Australia. But then I guess, when the subtitles came out, it said speaking in Icelandic or something. I was like, wait, he's on Iceland? Like, that doesn't make sense because I thought it was Australia. Yeah. The next thing I think we saw was Wonder Woman's entry. Yeah, that scene was almost similar to what we saw in the original one. I guess the fight scenes looked slightly more crisp, brutal in a way. Like I don't know if Diana moved that fast in the original one. Like she was quick, but not in that specific scene. I don't think she was that quick. Like deflecting the bullets, yeah, I guess she did that. But then there was this fight just prior to that where she was just quick. Like honestly, she was so quick that I don't think I saw her like that in the Whedon version. And then there was of course the girl who was sitting down. Like, was it Donna Troy? Because I mean, I don't know anything about Wonder Woman and like all these characters, but I know Donna Troy for the reason that the reason being Titans. So in that we have Donna Troy, right? So maybe it was her, maybe it was somebody else, maybe it was just a random girl. But then if it was a random girl, I don't think it would be the case. Like, why would they focus on this random girl? Because that wouldn't make sense. It's not to me. And then yeah, finally the other character that we saw was Lois Lane and Martha. Like they were obviously leading their life. I'm not really sure how much time has passed since Superman's death, but the world still seems to be mourning. There was a banner I saw with the Superman symbol, the symbol of hope. The House of L, right? Like that symbol S. And then there was, of course, general like feel like they were just leading their lives, but then she was in the graveyard where Clark was buried, and she was just walking at rain, and she was like the place where I think a lot of flowers were there. I guess there's some sort of a statue or something. I'm not really sure what was there. But yeah, so that was what we saw, and it ended with Steppenwolf versus the Amazons. It was a brave fight, but then they never really stood a chance, did they? Like, yeah, that scene too. The fight scene. I think it was an extended version, but I could be wrong. I mean, it was a very good fight scene, and especially that trick shot that one of the Amazon shot, which she tied the mother box with a rope, and she tied the rope, the other end of the rope, with an arrow, and she shot the arrow forward. Like that was brilliant, and it obviously ended with Steppenwolf taking the mother box, and he was the queen decided to light the fire that nobody would know what it means, what it would mean apart from obviously Diana. So yeah, that's where part one ended. So yeah, that's all. Yeah, it's a very good beginning. Like honestly, 30 minutes, 35 minutes gone. Very good beginning. So yeah, that's all for this part's review. I don't know why I did it. I just feel like I should probably review stuff like this. So yeah, I'll be back with part two in about 10 minutes.